All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today on the Extreme Let's Play series, 24-day seasons and running clock. Well, last time we cut down one tree, as you can see, and today I'm not going to try to spend all my time looking up how to find a mod. I chuckled quite a bit when I went back and watched the video, how much time I spent on that. But today we're going to start building a road and getting some more trees down. Hopefully get more than one. Whoops. Don't hit my truck. But I had an interesting day today. I had pretty much an uneventful day, to say the least. I still can't get used to... Oh, I think I gotta be like this. There we go. Maybe. It's been a while since I've, like I said last video, since I hand logged. These trees are absolutely huge on this map. I think the key is you gotta have more of an angle. There it is. There we go. Alright, and one more. But I spent some time doing pretty much nothing today. So, playing some truck sim, playing some farm sim, as usual, watching other streamers' videos. Spent some time with, today, Raznik was playing with his son on Satisfactory, and it was absolutely epic. He was picking on his son because he kept saying his son had a movie voice. And his son, being just like Raz, that's my Netflix voice. And it was great. So I spent some time over there today. If you guys get a chance, check out his channel. He's really got great content. He's extremely funny, extremely well versed in the farm sim game. He's just an all-around great dude. Him and Farmer Kleiner, they're doing this John Deere series, red versus green. And to me, I think it's one of the most innovative things I've seen. They did something similar in 17 on... there was another map that they did. I can't remember. Wouldn't be me if I didn't clear my throat. What was it? I'll remember. It'll come to me, as you guys know by now, listening to my videos. I'm also going to be experimenting with I'm going to make an intro and an outro and play some music. Possibly working on a little bit of time lapse and things like that. So that it's not so... You don't just hear my voice, you hear a little bit of a music. Because I noticed today on Raz's stream, he had a little bit of music playing, and it just makes it so much a little more intuitive, shall we say. But I did check into it, and I found out that this map is set up to where when you use implements... I'm going to cut my tire. When you use implements, it charges you for fuel. And I think that's the most... the greatest thing in the world if you want to do a Realism Let's Play, because it's going to charge you money. See, yesterday when we left off, we had $3,017, and today we have $3,011 because I'm using the chainsaw. So it's pretty epic. Now, the reason I wanted the measure me mod is so I could make all these the same size, because eventually I'm going to set up a chipper, and I thought about doing that. Alien Jim has one set up on his No Man's Land that I was going to do. On the in-game mod hub, they sell it. See if I can get a couple of more of these cut up a little bit better, because you get quite heavy towards the end. Let's see. I was watching last 6-8 months ago. I was watching Raznik's channel, and he was taking and he was throwing the logs, and he's trying to make them into a thing, and it's pretty funny. But then I tune into their stream, and they're doing logging. And I thought, that's great, guys. On the day that I want to play my Realism logging map, you guys are playing logging. And I just chuckled, because nobody knows what's going on in Farm Sim more than those guys. They know. Between him and Farmer Klein, and they know what's going on. So I don't know if they were aware I was going to drop my video tomorrow morning, but they do know that I'm getting ready to do my logging one. So it's just amazing to me. But yeah, like I said earlier, if you get a chance, go over, check both of their channels out, give them a like, subscribe to their channel, because they're just, I think over the whole time that I've ever played Farm Sim, both of them have helped me so much. And so is, Virtual Farmer and Farm Sim Guy. The one thing that's really cool about the community that we have is they're just so close-knit. Everybody's willing to help everybody, with the exception of YouTube. Now, Raznik stepped up, and a couple other guys stepped up, and they were willing to help me get set up with getting videos clearer and getting stuff set up so it looked a lot better. Wow, these are heavy down here. I got that little piece. Oh, that was there from yesterday. But yeah, they just help out. They're very knowledgeable, especially the amount of mod reviews, map reviews. If you ever get a chance, check out Farmer Climb's map reviews. I mean, Raz does quite a few map reviews too, but on the same token, he doesn't do them as much. He's more into, as of late, streaming, which is great because it gives me something to check into and check out later. And he's probably, him and Farmer Klein both are probably two of the most interactive guys in their streams that I've ever seen. You watch those guys sometimes that they stream and they don't notice people in there and they're just kind of playing the game. And that's great too. I mean, hey, everybody, I wonder if I can pick that up now. Yep. Everybody just kind of does their own thing and everybody has their own way of doing things. But those two guys, every time someone comes into the stream and posts something, they're giving shout outs and they're talking and they're interacting. And it just makes people really feel welcome. And it's giving me inspiration, too, to possibly start streaming. Raz left a comment on my video last time about I was getting a P.O. box, and I thought that was just... I laugh every time I talk to the guy because he's so funny and he's so, just laid back. And then I find out that he actually lives in my state, which is funny in itself. I mean, you see these guys on YouTube and you talk to them and sometimes they live in Australia or Germany or Europe in general or all over the place, but Raz lives actually in the same state I do. So we have a lot of that in common. And that's pretty cool too. So you actually feel like you get to know them. And then I talked about last time I was thinking about getting the Lumberjack mod, but I figured, nope, we're going to stay to the Realism, and we're going to get a stump grinder from in-game, maybe a mod. We'll decide together. All right, that's number 2 trees. Yay! Everybody scream, hi! There we go. They're $2,000. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set up with starting paint a road. See where I started it? And I think I'm going to go square road. Yeah, I think I'll go square. And we'll keep it the same here. And we'll just go blink. Blink. Oh, that was the other thing. So when you're building your roads, guys, the average road that map builders use is 6, the size. If you see over in the right-hand corner, brush size 6. Okay, that's the average size road because it's generic default. I try to build my roads at 8 or 10 because I want to be able to turn around with them. But because this map is a little bit smaller, we're just going to go to 8. I almost forgot and didn't change that. Now, we're going to have stumps until we get some money to get a tractor. But this gives me a chance to just clear a road. And it gives me a chance to see where we're at. There. Now, if you see, we come along here. Now we've got a road started. And I'll clear these out. And then it gives me a chance to also see the stumps when I go back through. And then we'll do this. And we'll get this more. You guys know my OCD. Have to make everything look perfect. And that's a win and a loss. I mean, it's great in the long run. And then I had a friend of mine contact me the other day. A good friend of mine from back in my construction days when I owned my own construction business. And he says he was picking on me about my my name on one of my Let's Plays. He's like, "Oh, so you're Josh now, huh?" And I was laughing hysterically because I thought, well, it's just a character name. But we started talking about, he happens also to be my best friend and was my business partner. So he started talking about he'd really never looked into farm sim. And he says, "Oh, that game looks really in depth, and it looks like you could really get into it and play for a really long time." And I said, "Oh, I've got thousands and thousands of hours in it." See, I should have went the other way. Well, you're gonna learn there, buddy. See, I don't know. I'm having trouble. I don't want the camera to be upside down. See, you watch these guys' channels. Like I said, I'm used to using a machine. And I usually just come in here with my harvester and do it. But you watch, Raz's channel, and he's just zing, he goes right up the tree, and you're like, what the heck? All right, this is going to take me 40 years to clean a forest out this way. But, yeah, so my buddy was talking to me, and like I said before, I somewhat retired. He was my business partner and my best friend. And I may have made a new farm sim friend as far as if he goes out and buys the game. And heck, I'll teach him. I'll play him, teach him how, and get him playing on the YouTube with me. He's a good guy. And now we're going to go super small so that we don't have to. But see, now I'm far enough away to where I'm not going to keep doing it. I'll just grab the flatbed and bring it over here and load them up on it and make one trip over. And I think we only need 30. It wasn't that one tractor that I had was 30,000. The Fiat Gree. I think we'll try that. But I don't know. We're not ready for that yet. But when I get ready to buy a tractor, maybe I'll download a new mod. So in the comments down below, let me know if you want me to use the Fiat Gree. You want me to use John Deere, Case, whatever you guys want me to use. I'll download a mod for it. Or I'll use an in-game one. But keep in mind that if we decide to go like a expensive one, it may be 10, 12 days before I get it. Because we're only at $4,500 and just save up to get a tractor like that. Might not be an issue, but I'm not going to use auto load. We're going to be unloading by hand. Loading the tractor by hand. I may get the mod with the forks and the tension straps, just because that will help a little bit. Because they do have those in real life. But see, now I'm at the end here, so I can go a little bit longer. I think I can actually move that now. Yep. Because that's like a stick. It's funny. I pull my head away from the mic, and then it feels like I'm yelling. It feels like I'm in the bedroom. It's like, it's just funny. So now we'll get in here. And I do like the sound of this truck. It's pretty beefy sounding. Where's my pedal? Oh, I forget that I sit back just playing Truck Sim, so I have my pedals adjusted differently from what they were. And Farm Sim isn't as interactive as Truck Sim is. And once again, I got my controller around it. Going around these stumps for a while is going to be a little fun. There. Now we'll load these up like this, and it won't be... Really? It's still too heavy? No way. I was like, I cut those like a foot pieces. But this, I still haven't heard back from the mod author. I think it's still private. It was given to me, and this truck, and I don't want to... I promised myself doing mod reviews that we don't step on toes, because like I said, I'm a member of 2, 3, 4, 5, oh gosh, like 10 different modding sites, and I'm a moderator in a couple of them, and I'm an official. The one guy labeled me official storyteller of the one, so it's not an official title or anything, but I know all the modders in there. But out of all of them, promised myself, because the biggest thing they've always talked about, I mean, I do mods myself for my own personal use, but I won't use those on camera because I don't want them to be released or monkeyed with or be yelled at about anything. Because some of them are just edits of other people's mods, and some people are get a little fussy about that. But we promised each other in all of my modding sites that we would not release mods unless the mod author wants them. We would not, we would only release the original. Why is that one? Look at that, baby. We would not step on any toes. The one website, especially that I am a moderator in, the owner of the site, really good friend of mine, he's had several of his mods stolen out from underneath of them and released under someone else's name, because for the longest time we were, building mods and posting what do you call those, progress videos and things, and one of them had a link to the testers, which I was one of them, and somebody got a hold of it and released it on one of those wonky sites that... Did that fall off the other side? Yep, I knew it would. And it's just a bad thing. So from that moment on, we just promised that we would not put any links or anything until we get... Really? I'm going to have to come back for that. Until we get proper mod approval and things from the authors. Just to not step on any toes, because... All right, watch this. Can't even throw it. This is what happens when you get frustrated. You're going over here. I had to. It's getting to the point where I would have started losing my mind if I kept trying to play with that one piece. But it will be nice to get to... I should have just kept the sides on this. No, get up there. All right, so disadvantage to loading a flatbed is your first couple pieces are great, but then it turns into this, Captain Jigsaw puzzle that because you have no sides. There. All right, I'm taking that over. I'm tired of playing with it. And that's what I forgot I was doing here. Forgot I was supposed to play in cab. I got so used to doing videos outside. This is how I play for real, but I do it for the other way first so you guys can see. Oop, ran over one of the stumps. Thank gosh we have straps on it. The mirrors are really clear on this, too, and he's got it set up. The mod author really did a good job as far as setting up so you can see. So you can actually back up. There, though. This should sell it right out of the back of that truck. Haven't tested it yet, so this is the first time we're doing this. Yes, sir. It did. That makes me happy. I like it when you make the mistake as a YouTuber and don't test a mod, and you feel kind of little. I would have said dumb, but I'm gonna say proper terminologies. You feel kind of little when you don't test it and you get on and it doesn't work, and you're on and you're already recorded for 20 minutes and you don't want to start the video over. I'm going to finish this tree up and we will have done 3 trees, which is good. But I should look into, I think I'm going to look into a trailer. Maybe I'll get that $4,000 one next time so that I can just throw these into it. You know, cut them into small pieces and then just throw them in there so they're sides. And then you walk up and just, instead of having to play this jigsaw puzzle of stacking. But I'm going to keep the flatbed for the simple fact that it will come in handy for bales. And I use a flatbed pretty much on every play. It may be a different one. You know, I have the older 64 one, and I have this one, and I have another one that's put out by another modding company, Expendables Modding. But in order to get their website, or get theirs, you have to be a member of their websites, which is fine. You know, sign up, and they're pretty easy to get a hold of it. They respond pretty quickly. But getting back to my story about the mods, and unfortunately for you console players, you can't experience the same thing. You can only get mods from whatever Giants decides to release. So, unfortunately, it's a huge disadvantage for you guys, but you also have the advantage of plug and play. So, but we just don't, in this community, anybody who makes mods, does mods, reacts to mods, we just don't want to, we just don't want to be mean to people and steal people. The legitimate websites. Like I said, there are some people out there that, I better go get this. Where'd I throw that? And he stayed angry for about 3 seconds, and then he came back and got it. I knew I was going to. But we just don't want to do that with the mods. But anyway, so our plan is we started building some roads. I'll wrap this up here soon. We got a couple of trees done. The only form of realism that I will start. I was going to say, I always do the straps from inside the vehicle, but I'll do them from outside, so that's realistic. This, the view from this truck is pretty good. Back her right around here. See how he's got the other meter. Oh, look at that. Like a glove. He's got this. I'm a big one on mod authors that do the extra little things like the mirrors and this guy's got the great tow mirrors and the extensions on it. He did another truck too that the mirrors flip up, but this is his pride and joy. But I could have just looked out the back too. Oh, I know why I can't do the... Yeah, and watching back the other video I was watching when I first got in the truck, and it was doing this with the steering wheel, and I thought, is that a video thing? No, my belly, my big old belly was hitting up against the controller, and it was flicking it. It was doing this. And it was against my... Because I rested on my leg against my steering wheel, so I can still... This is my steering wheel. This is a controller. And that's the other thing. See the difference? Look how smooth the steering wheel is when you use it. But then the controller is this. So you get 9 million mile an hour steering wheel. So I'm watching the video back and I'm thinking, what is this weird? The steering wheel's doing this weird stuff. And today I noticed that I lean my controller on my leg and it goes against the steering wheel when I lean my big belly up and it does the twitching. So don't think, guys, that it was something with the video. It was me. It was my big old belly getting in the way. There we go. $7 grand already. And I think the first thing I'm going to do, let's look at something here. I think I'm going to buy, what do you guys think? This little baby here with the sides on it just gives me something to throw the logs into. I mean, I can always go bigger like that. Just to then I can fit 2 or 3 trees in it. Let me know in the comments, and also let me know what kind of tractors you guys want me to use, what style, because it's still going to be a little ways, but let me back up and then I'll finish this up. I'm going to try to keep these videos to around 30-35 minutes because we're playing at real time, so I don't want to make a gazillion videos for this. But we'll get set up there and shut this bad boy off. But like I stated in the beginning of the video, don't be afraid to watch other people's videos, other farm simmers videos. Raznick and Farmer Klein and Virtual Farmer and Farm Sim Guy and Simulation for the Nation and DJ Goham and Clutch Simulation. All the guys, every single one of them does Kedrick Farms. He's fantastic. He's doing a Let's Play on a couple of maps, and he's pretty good. He likes to stick to big maps, but don't hesitate to check those guys out because we're all in the Farm Sim community. We're all doing the same thing, and we're all trying to look out for each other. And I think, my little saying that I say at the end, I think that makes all the difference in the world to me on why I play Farm Sim so much. A lot of times my kids don't understand what is the obsession, but the obsession is I've been a member of a lot of gaming things over my life. As an older guy, I've played a lot of games, and I think the one thing that I do notice and I do appreciate more than anything about Farm Sim is the closeness of everybody. Everybody gives everybody shout outs. Like I said, I was checking out Raz's thing today, and he sent everybody over here to check out my videos, and that's just, to me, something that people don't have to do. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and everybody's out to make their own videos and make them all popular as heck. But I'm just super excited to be a part of a community where they're starting to recognize me. They're starting to notice the things that I'm doing, and it's exciting. And it's exciting for you guys because, like I stated, don't be shy. Go over, give Farmer Klein and Raznick and all those guys a like and subscribe, and help their channels grow just as much as they're helping mine. And that's important to me, to have everybody stay together. All right. So now that I gave that little disclaimer, let's see if I can actually make this jump. Oh, you can actually jump quite high in this. All right. So as usual, look out for each other, look out for yourselves, and look out for your family. I see, you turn on the news, you see a lot of crazy things happening every single day, and you realize that family is super important. But we got our road started, got 3 or 4 trees going. It's going to start moving along, especially if I buy that trailer. Now, like I said, let me know in the comments what kind of tractors you want me to use, what brand. If you want me to buy the trailer or save up for a tractor and a stump grinder, you guys are going to help me out with this. You guys are going to make decisions for me on this. And as always, just enjoy the day, enjoy the night, enjoy your time. And I catch everybody on the flip side.